very happy to come to Makassar, and we will try to visit several places here. We go to Museum Kota, we go to my university, and I lecturer in.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome back, and then welcome to Makassar for those who visit this place for the first time. Even though the relationship between Australia and Indonesia started with the people in Annam Land and the Makassars, but actually the idea is we would like to extend as a bigger family, like you keep saying.
So that's philosophically what we're trying to achieve as a group, and we don't want to make it about any particular individual. Although David is rather special in this equation, because David is not only the member of a clan that still has Makassan law. How many generations back to Dalrymple? Is it 5 for you? So anyway, I can't do the maths in my head, but 5 generations back, David has blood descent here and cousins here. And they all know who they are. I mean, at least the families know who each other are. Not everybody's met everybody because it's hard to get here as you have just found. You don't really have to do anything other than just sit back, relax, enjoy the hospitality. People here are exceedingly friendly. It's very easy to make friends here.
I do have a connection with Indonesia because my father's side of the family is German Dutch. So obviously through the Dutch, we have connection through Indonesia. So my obviously some going back then. So that's how we have relations here somehow. I don't know how, but we do.
Yes, I'm Lionel Soda. My name's Skylar. Also from Gunditjmara, Karebrong, Bunjalung person. Born and raised down on beautiful Bunurong land. So started working with Dad back in 2022, and I'm loving it. Love teaching and learning more about the bush tuckers and the bush medicines. I do contemporary Indigenous dance as well, art, all sorts of different things. So
You're going to love it here.
yeah, I'm really excited.
My name is Nadala. Firstly, thank you so much for having us. I'm so excited to be here because it feels like I'm from the West Kimberley. I'm Jogon and Jama Jama, and it feels like, you know, this place and you guys have been just like this seed in history, so it feels very nice and moving to be here.
Hello everyone, welcome to Makassar, welcome to Indonesia. My name is Irfan. I'm a teacher in Vocational High School in Baru Regency. It's about 100 kilometers from here. I'm happy to join this program.
And this is my friend Richard. Yes. We both from AYA, Australia Indonesia Youth Association. So we collab with MAREGE Institute for this project. So I'm gonna with you guys for the 7 days ticket. How about you, Richard?
I think we will accompany you for this whole trip.
And there is Bongo, but I don't see many people sometimes. And I come from other trip to Jalur Teripang. Thank you.
Yeah. Right. Thanks for meeting me.
Yeah, I've been to this museum before. It's a beautiful museum.
It's fantastic.
The leader of Makassar when the Dutch came. So the Dutch came over and took over Indonesia, right? And he was the leader from here who fought them.
And this is a music traditional from the Makassar. There is kecapi, like a guitar.
Kecapi.
Yeah.
This is young master of that tradition.
Yeah.
So
Arif plays these.
tell about this.
Well, this is it is called Keso Keso, an ancient Makassar fiddle. It is only played by one person, playing this while narrating the story.
batu timbor amin jomai batu timbor amin jomai sari batam belata sari batam belata sari batam belata batu ngasen rimare naga ana magi andrinni napuna batu magi batu arak ngandrinni batu ribunta tari Makassar batu kinjaman nyombalan sore mi kepala tak niak ngasem yang batu iki nampan akan ngasem mi batu mi to mangatara dain 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 nakamato jing. Thank you.
Dibutuhkan oleh VOC yang dalam sejarah tercatat terjadi pada Januari 1600.
Hanya dengan menggunakan sisa-sisa kali pecahan sampah.
This panda is ganggang.
Yeah. So I said that we are very happy David comes here. His name is Son, who's in the film with me, and we still hope that we can bring the family from Makassar. I think this is the film is very important because this is the big response from our government. This is from the city government of Makassar.
This room is dedicated to Australia-Indonesia relations, supported by Makassar city government. So that's his uncle from Makassan mother, and then that's from Yongmu mothers, right? Yongmu grandma, grandma. Yeah. And then this was in Galewingku in Elko, right? And then you also.
That's 92. Okay.
Where the Sirajuddin Bantan. In the middle, that's a Peter Spilett, the Australian anthropologist, historian, who actually the one lead a group of students from Bachelor College Northern Territory, and then this group of students and then a group of artists decided to reconnect through the boat making, the sailing with the traditional navigations, including the whole crew are real Makassar, Bugis, Toraja, Amanda people, Makassar people, Bajau people, including his uncle. So the grandson of the last Makassar captain was part of the crew. All the way from Bulukumba to Ujung Pandang to Dawin, Dawin to Elko, Elko to Dawin again. Behind Adalah, that's a project called Yirkala Batik that was led by former Australian embassy Greg Mortison. Before he left, he donated, I think, a dozen of bark painting painted by his uncle Unomura Naurapu in Yirkala, who had also Makassan descendants, and then transformed into batik, working with the coastal Java artists. 12 pieces of this. The name of the Pungo. Yeah.
Like they dance like Yulung style. Knife. They dance same like Yumope.
What do you call for knife?
Pirang.
Birang. Yeah. Yeah, that's also boat.
Boat.
Yeah, lepa-lepa.
Lepa-lepa.
It's in the cave.
Indigenous Knowledge Institute dari University of Melbourne betul-betul kita mau ajak berkolaborasi. Kita mau menjadi semacam mitra untuk mereka di sana. Jadi mereka setiap saat bisa ke sini, kita bisa berbagi pengetahuan, kita bisa berbagi banyak hal. Mungkin akan ada mahasiswa atau dosen dari kita yang akan ke sana bekerja bersama mereka meneliti tentang Makassar, atau bisa juga dari sana ada studen atau penelitian dari Australia datang ke Makassar untuk melakukan penelitian bersama.
Langsung saja ya, alhamdulillah alhamdulillah pada hari ini kita masih sempat bertemu kembali bersua dalam kegiatan sharing, sebenarnya sharing pengetahuan, sharing keilmuan Di depan kita sudah hadir beberapa tim dari Pak Aaron dan kawan-kawan dari Australia yang tentunya sangat memberikan kita apresiasi baru terkait dengan bagaimana pengembangan pengetahuan ke depannya, khususnya pada fakultasnya desain.
And ever since that trade stopped in 1907, people on both sides, Makassar and Australia, have worked as hard as they can to try and keep these connections alive. And for that reason, and I'm going to apologise to you in advance for pointing you out. For that reason, we're particularly honoured to have David Rotoanga here on this trip, because David is part of a Yolngu clan in Arnhem Land in North Australia that still carries a lot of song and dance materials that came from Makassar, and they still perform those in ceremonies. And David himself is also a descendant of one of the last Makassan captains who sailed to Australia. So, yeah. Thank you for being here, David. Thank you. And for other people on our team, it's a combination of academics from the University of Melbourne, PhD students from the University of Melbourne, and also some of our very dear friends and partners from Aboriginal communities in other parts of Australia. Sometimes they're the same people.
Yeah, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to open up people's eyes and teach people to see through an Indigenous perspective, to see this country or the land through our eyes instead of looking through the European eyes. People are looking but nobody's seeing, and what we do is we teach people to see.
It's only been, what, 2 days, not even 2 days yet. Overwhelmed, absolutely amazing, beautiful people, beautiful culture. I do love it. Yeah. Very friendly people. Thanks for having us.
The relationship that people, the Aboriginal groups have with people from Makassar.
And there was one day, one man from the Yolngu tribe, he refused. He said, no, I'm not going to go and get it for you. And the British people on the boat started hitting him over the head with the oars that they used on the boat. And this man wasn't allowed to come back on the boat, and he started floating out to sea. And the Yolngu people, his families were watching from the beach, said that in the distance they saw a Makassan boat pull him up and take him away to safety. And I think that despite there not being archives of any written thing, that like Aaron was saying, there is this really long, positive story of this union of people from Makassar coming in and helping and having genuine heart and genuine exchange. And I just wanted to share that because I think it's really important in collaboration.
Hello everybody, so my name's James and I am currently doing a PhD in human geography, and I've worked on a series of projects that are related to the connections between so East Arnhem Land in the Northern Territory, which is where David comes from, connections between there and Sulawesi. And I first came here 2 years ago with Aaron and with Anthea and a few other people.
And most importantly, just off the plane from, where did he come from?
Melbourne, Perth, Jakarta, Makassar.
Okay, right. Yeah. So yes, round of applause. Finally, and just off the plane, is my extremely talented colleague, Dr. Anthea Skinner from the Victorian College of Arts at the University of Melbourne. And Anthea works on many things, including ethnomusicology, archival science, Indonesian studies, disability studies.
I can speak Malaysia or
sedikit saja. All of you today.
Do you want to do it in Bahasa? No. Anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you.
Maybe later I'll do it in Bahasa. I haven't slept in 48 hours, so I'm not even really sure who I am right now. But as Aaron mentioned, I'm a musicologist. My father is Malayu, so I'm an Australian Malayu. And my grandfather was a gentleman, a linguist named Chi Skinner, and he translated, among other things, the Sejarah Jalur Teripang into both Bahasa Indonesia and English. So I grew up hearing these stories, even though I'm from a part of Australia that's very, very far south that Makassans didn't come to. But I grew up hearing these stories, and sometimes when I was a child, I would get teased by the other children because I looked different because I was Malayu, and my family would say to me, "Don't you listen to them? We've been here longer than the white people." So when I first came to Makassar, because of the stories my grandfather told and because of the study I did, I guess, and maybe still, I'm in the very strange position of I know Makassar from the 17th century.
So from all of us on the University of Melbourne delegation, which I should say also is funded by the Australian Government Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade, I want to thank you for inviting us to be on your campus here today, and meeting all of you is very special. I particularly want to thank Abi, and Abi of course for translating, and we thank you for all of the time that you've invested in helping us to better understand the diversity and complexity of everything that you do here in Makassar. And finally, I want this work to continue long after this meeting finishes and far into the future, and it will rely on people like you who are passionate about exploring the complexity and the rich history of these exchanges in the past and into the future to keep that going.
About postdoctoral, we can do collaborative about culture, cross-culture, Makassan and South Sulawesi. It's about my dissertation.
Di pusat studi ini kita bisa bicara tentang desain di situ, kita bicara tentang musik di situ, bisa bicara tentang bahasa di situ, bisa bicara tentang ya pasang seperti tadi, bisa bicara tari, bisa bahkan mahasiswa seperti James bisa mengambil PhD di situ, padahal dia dari sudut pandang geografi. Nah, sudut pandangnya adalah human geography, cultural geography. Jadi apapun bidang studinya, Indigenous Knowledge Institute pasti terbuka untuk memberikan kesempatan pada teman-teman mau dia studi S3 atau mau postdoctoral, itu silakan.
I'm just looking at some numbers. The one thing you have to understand about the University of Melbourne is that we're the third largest university in the world. But, you know, whatever your interest in study or research might be, it's highly likely there is somebody somewhere at the University of Melbourne who would be interesting to work with for you.
Maka keluaran daripada peneliti-peneliti yang hadir hari ini nanti akan bisa diakses oleh mahasiswa-mahasiswa Indonesia, terkhususnya mahasiswa Fakultas Seni dan Desain, dan apakah juga bisa diakses dalam bentuk buku yang diterjemahkan.
I'm Eva. I'm from Boswa University. My department is psychology. And maybe Boswa University, my department would have a part in collaboration in the future.
I have speak English, but my student don't understand. Just one. I have stayed in Australia, Bindigo, 17 years ago. So they are exchange student from Indonesia in Latrobe University. Yeah, Latrobe University. Oke. Pertanyaan saya begini, bisakah mereka menyiapkan beasiswa untuk mahasiswa kita di sini, kemudian ada pembibitan, lalu ada kelas online seperti yang dilakukan Latrobe University. Thank you.
We know that this is the way we preserve our ecosystem, our environment. That's what we get from indigenous knowledge in Indonesia. But what do you expect from these two parties between Indonesia and Makassar, or Indonesia and Australia, for instance? What do you expect actually? What kind of significance that you are pursuing? I wonder. Thank you so much.
That is a very good question. Let me go back to the beginning. Most of what you publish here in Bahasa never makes it into the English language discourse or any other language discourse. So I know that there are people here like Halal and Tia Latif who've written extensively about all the cultures here and have written 12 books, for example, and yet none of those things are translated into English, and they just don't exist to the rest of the world, even though he's an extraordinary scholar.
Ya, ini adalah penandatangan naskah kerjasama antara Fakultas Seni dan Desain dengan Indigenous Knowledge Institute. Jadi teman-teman kalau misalnya punya ide atau punya peluang atau mau bertanya tentang PhD, silakan langsung kami bisa sambungkan dengan Aranton dan timnya.
There we go.
Oh look, my man.
Okay.